So one of the first conversations that we had, you and I had, that led to the Leftovers podcast ending
just do Discord.
was that you considered "From the River to the Sea, Palestine will be free" to be an anti-Semitic slogan.
A lot of people think that.
Jews feel like this is an exterminationist slogan, and Jews fear this slogan
Tons
in the
of
United
people
States
think
of America.
Correct.
If you think that Israel's doing a genocide, do you feel like it is appropriate for Westerners in the United States of America and Palestinians and people of Palestinian descent to be able to use emancipatory slogans, or should they go to jail under the Trump administration?
Okay, I mean, these are pretty extreme questions. Now, I'm not making a value judgment. I'm just trying. All I was trying to do.
Question is what's happening right now.
Bro, do you want me to answer?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to explain the Jewish perspective. I'm not trying to make a value judgment of it. But what I will tell you is that how do you feel about Norm Finkelstein?
Love Norm. I know he has said that it
Here's what he had to say about this.
I know what he said.
No.
Let's listen to it. Let's listen to it.
Hassan, I want the audience to see this video. This is not going to be a
gotcha moment for you because I know Norm's position.
Good, I'm glad you know. Let's let the audience know.
Let's hear it. I don't know it.
Hassan, let the audience watch the video.
Play it.
I can have a nuanced,
He's talking over it.
reasonable disagreement.
He's talking over it.
That I actually
so that's what
play
we're
the
having.
video.
But
So it's nuanced and understandable with Norm. Let the audience watch the video, Hassan.
Okay.
Palestine will be free.
Let me go back. Yeah. Here's the Norm Finkelstein, a prominent figurehead in the Palestinian liberation movement.
I don't like the slogan.
I know. I have more
talking over me.
I disagree with him on
the video
as well.
Be free. I think it's a bad slogan. I know the slogan from the 1960s, the 1970s. It was a bad slogan then, and it's a bad slogan now because it has too much ambiguity. When you say "from the river,"
Someone's going to hit me with the chair react.
"to the sea, Palestine will be free," obviously a question arises. Okay, what happens to the Jews in that scenario? And some people will say, well, all it's about is everybody being free, but that's not what the slogan says. So I have, in recent weeks, I have voiced my concern that it's a bad slogan. And I said, just change it, tweak it. From the river to the sea, one person, one vote, Palestinians will be free. And you can't answer that slogan because all you're talking about is equal rights for everyone. From the river to the sea, one person, one vote, Palestinians will be free. And
I don't know if he actually means the one vote thing, because I think what he's saying is good in that from the river to the sea, Palestinians will be free, which I think is good. You're laughing at Norm.
Routinely talked at campus encampments, college campus, Palestinian encampments as to, I'm not going to make much hay about the slogan in general. There's plenty of other slogans.
Well, you're willing to listen to him, but when I say it, it becomes a big controversy. I literally, I'm not. It's not even my opinion. I can have a disagreement with him on that, and you're forgetting one key factor. What's that?
Okay, you're forgetting one key factor. Norm Finkelstein still ultimately will always say, while I disagree with the slogan because I think it scares people, it ultimately does not matter, and I'm not going to stand in opposition to it. He doesn't say it's anti-Semitic.
When have I opposed
He doesn't say it is exterminationist.
When have I opposed
he says
it?
That's what people think.
When have I opposed it?
If you think that Norm Finkelstein would be in agreement with you in any way, shape, or form on any issue, please have a conversation with him.
He's literally in agreement with me, like verbatim.
Okay. No,
actually, even more.
You said it was anti-Semitic. Norm doesn't think it's anti-Semitic.
Hassan, do you remember me advocating against it? Do you remember me advocating against it?
If he agrees with you on anything.
Sure, I'll ask Norm Finkelstein. Do you remember me denouncing that statement and saying people shouldn't say it?
I believe in our conversation.
No, it didn't happen. You're lying.
You said it was anti-Semitic.
I said it's perceived that way by Jewish people. All right, let's move on. The Sabra tier list.
Norm does not believe it's an anti-Semitic
Very
slogan.
good. I'll ask him about it. Now, let me ask you about
Are you actually going to do that? Because that would be wonderful.
Yes,
he did the
I'm
Sam
talk
Cedar
about it.
interview.
We'll have a great conversation about From the River to the Sea.
Is it? Wait, can I ask you a question?
No. It's my turn.
Okay,
You spoke,
go ahead.
and now it's my turn.
You know what? You go ahead.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
appreciate that. That's very gracious of you.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, it's just a back and forth conversation, but
Yeah.
you seemingly have a lot of grievances not pertaining to the actual issue at hand. But
I don't know. The issue, my friend, the issue at hand is your behavior.
No, I think the issue at hand is the genocide.
Well, we seem to be coming at this from two different angles, which is great, right? So let me ask you this. Hold on. You said it's my turn to ask, so let me do that. Is it my turn to ask a question or what?
That there's a genocide. You already recognize that Israel is committing a genocide.
I can care about two things, Hasan. It's very important to acknowledge that.
Don't you think?
I can care about two things, my friend.
Incredibly narrow framework surrounding your own personal feelings.
I'm not that smart, but I can care about two things.
Okay, no,
even if one is more urgent than the other.
You think your own personal feelings born out of your misunderstandings is more important?
Did I say that? I said one is more urgent than the other, referring to the genocide.
Oh, okay. So you recognize that
Hasan,
the genocide is a more urgent
Hasan,
issue.
please let me ask
Jesus
a question.
Christ.
Almost all of your commentary surrounding
oh my
this issue
fucking God.
are talking about your own personal feelings and how you've been wronged by people.
Oh my fucking God.
Very good. Let me ask you. So you claimed
Wait, can you answer that question?
No, Hasan, you asked your question. It's my turn. I talked about how gracious you were, man.
Holy fuck.
Wait, but
I said you're so gracious. You're going to let me ask you a question.
Oh my God.
Don't make me take it back. All right, let me ask you a question.
Sense to you?
Hold on to that. Ask me after this. You defended Frogan's use of the Sabra tier list. What was your opinion on that?
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
I think that the Sabra hummus tier list is absolutely insane to consider anti-Semitic, and most people have already laughed about it, despite the fact that it was very damaging in terms of deplatforming a bunch of content creators that participated in this, egged on by yourself, by the way.
Yes. With pleasure.
And yeah, it's not.
It's insane.
Even remotely.
Okay.
It's not even remotely anti-Semitic.
Very
it's
good.
Like,
Let me ask you a
the
question.
Cracker Band that Twitch capitulated on.
So let me follow up with this. Have you seen the thumbnail?
The thumbnail?
Yes, that's what I said. This is the thumbnail that's still up. Now, let me ask you this, Hasan. Here's Frogan's thumbnail for the Sabra hummus tier list. In the F tier is me and Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is not in the tier list. He has never explored or used. Why do you think Ben Shapiro is on the F tier?
Oh, no.
Whoa, answer the question.
Oh,
what, you're dodging?
I'm not iDubbbz.
Oh, but you can't make value judgments suddenly on your friends who you've spent all this time defending.
We all know why it's been at the bottom.
Well, I do.
I don't.
Everybody knows why.
Why is Ben Shapiro there?
I don't know. I don't care. Probably because he's also a massive
Jewish?
fucking. What?
Because it's the most most prominent Jewish creators on YouTube.
Do you think Ben Shapiro's Judaism is the reason as to why?
100%, without a doubt, yes.
Man.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Hold
go ahead.
on.
Take your time. I know it's a lot to process.
Okay. Yeah, this is a lot to process.
Yeah, I know, man. It's tough. You really don't know what to say because it looks pretty bad.
No, because it's so fucking stupid.
Well, tell me then.
You look kind of dumb
So why
right
is Ben
now.
there?
You look kind of insane.
Okay, very good.
That's
Why is Ben
I'm
there?
having a hard time. Like, I don't know why fucking Frogan made this thumbnail. And
Why
I
is
don't
Ben
care.
there?
I don't have any issue with this thumbnail.
Why is Ben there?
Because he's a prominent defender of Israel.
You're quick to say that Jews aren't the only Zionists, right? So why is Ben Shapiro, of all the people in the world who are conservatives, who are Zionists, Christian Zionists, why Ben Shapiro? Me and Ben Shapiro and F tier, the two most prominent Jewish creators on YouTube? That's a coincidence, just like the swastika, huh?
Ethan,
these are two cosmic coincidences, eh? Hasan, they're really stacking up.
The tier list that you're talking about, first of all, the tier list that we're talking about was literally
this is
designed
so much
by
better than I ever expected.
Jewish content creator who you advocated to ban, and he got banned.
Very good, and I'm glad he did. He definitely deserved it.
Jew. You called him a token Jew.
And I still stand by that. The man is just yeah.
So you get to draw swastikas on PewDiePie but Rafi can't say that there is a tier list here where Sabra
This is
hummus
Frogan's tier list. This is her.
Is the lowest. The Sabra hummus, liking Sabra hummus, is the lowest tier.
Ben Shapiro.
And the highest tier is being able to get a Habibi pass. You, as a Jew, get to determine what other Jews are able to do. You're the Pope of the Jews, as Sam Cedar likes to call
I'm not
Ben
determining
Shapiro,
what they can do,
enough.
but this is
what's going on?
This is Frogan's bit. This is her stage. This is her bit. I mean, you can say the Jewish dude is the fall guy and did everything, but that's not true.
Wait, so you get to draw swastikas, but Rafi can't even say Sabra hummus is dog shit.
He can say whatever he wants. I'm not criticizing.
So
By the way, you think that my
criticism
criticism is that he doesn't like Sabra hummus? Are you being serious right now? By the way, is that a beef? Hold on. What are you drinking?
It's a Dr. Pepper cream
Isn't that
soda.
who owns that?
I don't know, but it's not on the BDS
Are you
national
sure?
BDS list.
We'll double check.
Yes, I'm 100% sure.
Okay, we'll double check that. It's not about Sabra hummus, and like let's not be obtuse.
Ethan, actually, the BDS one is actually pretty funny too, because like you've been, you consistently talk about, you consistently talk about how like I drink Diet Coke or whatever. When that fan came up to me and said stop drinking Diet Coke, it was not on the Palestinian National Committee's official BDS list.
Yes, it was.
And ever since it has been on that official BDS list,
you're lying.
I have not drank Diet Coke or purchased any Diet Coke.
Please push this.
You're lying.
Please
it was
push
on the
this.
list.
Please. Please. This is so stupid.
Yeah, it was
Please
on the list.
push
You're
it.
lying.
Please.
What was on the list?
Coke.
Yes, it was put on the list, and I stopped purchasing Coke, and I stopped drinking Diet Coke.
You
even though I
said
love
you
Diet
know what's
Coke.
funny? You told her
because I think it's like
you remember
not
what you told
that
her, Sean?
significant.
You remember what you told her? You said, "I'll just put it in a cup."
Yeah, no, I was joking with her because I thought that it was a ridiculous request at the time because it wasn't on the Palestinian National Committee's official boycott, divestment, and sanctions list, Ethan.
Okay. It's not about Sabra hummus, just so you know. Like, let's not be silly about this.
What is it about?
It's about what's Sabra means a Jew born in Israel. It's an Israeli company. Everybody knows it's like considered like Israeli hummus. It's been on the BDS list. Everybody knows the connotations of Sabra hummus.
Do you guys think that tier list was racially
I don't
motivated?
like Sabra hummus either. We're not
Do you
talking
think it
about
was
hummus.
racially
What I don't
motivated?
like is
Okay, great.
anti-Semitism perpetuated by your friends and swept by you.
Absolutely.
Now, why is Ben
Without
Shapiro
a
in the F
shadow
tier?
of a
That's a
doubt.
cosmic coincidence? Okay, let's move on. Very good.
Ethan,
Go ahead. Next question.
Again,
It's so
I'm
disingenuous.
Not
I know
joking,
it's.
and I don't know
I know.
why.
How can I make value judgments on my friends I've been defending for
Dr.
2
Pepper
years?
is on the list.
Also,
Who can say?
there is a tier list in front of me, and it seems like
Dr. Pepper is
bunch of
indeed on the
people,
list.
Both
Ben
Jewish
Shapiro and me are in the
non-Jewish
F tier.
on the Loves Sabra tier list.
You're looking at the end. I'm looking at the thumbnail, bro. I'm talking about the thumbnail.
I
right?
know, but first of all,
jeez.
again, I'm making inferences about editorial decisions that other people have made. I'm just simply speculating at this point.
Sure.
But you know, it's a.
Are you not embarrassed by this
joke.
armpit hair? It's so cringy, bro. It's like so weird. I'm glad you changed that finally. On a separate note,
What?
I find it just so weird and bizarre that this was your thumbnail for so long. Also, ironically, wearing a Rolex hat, which is like probably the symbol of capitalist excess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a free
Cool,
Rolex
dude.
hat from a friend of mine. I still wear it every now and then.
you're so. Oh wow, who knew? So anyway, Ben Shapiro was accidentally in the F tier.
What does this have to do with anything? What's going on, man?
Yeah,
What's
I know. It's
happening?
confusing. It's very confusing for you. It's like a car crash, I'm sure.
So why do you think there's a
so
Jewish
this is a
man
cosmic
in the A
mistake.
tier
Let's move on.
on the tier list. If you think that it's like all about anti-Semitism and
Do you think that this is at least a bad coincidence?
No, I don't.
Well,
If
that's
white people
fantastic.
did this about white and
No, I
black,
don't think
they'd
it's
all
a-
be
I don't think it's a bad
perma-banned.
coincidence at all.
Everybody
I think
knows
like,
it.
You're trying to find
Everybody
with a
knows
fine-tooth
it.
comb like any
Of course.
incidents
The
that
Jewish
even
man
come
is
across as
crazy.
remotely
He sees
anti-Semitic,
anti-Semitism
and you're having a
everywhere.
really hard time.
These
Well,
are
you want
just
my-
cosmic
if you want my perspective,
mistakes.
I'm telling you. If you want my perspective, I'm
Mark's
giving
had
it
a
to you.
Rolex hat?
I think genuinely, okay?
Damn.
I think genuinely, at a time when there is unprecedented levels
Yes,
of
I know. We
open
can't talk
out
about
and
anything else. That's very
anti-Semitism,
convenient for you.
at a time when there's unprecedented levels of out and about anti-Semitism with incredibly prominent, oftentimes right-wing conservative figureheads actively talking about Jews, okay, in deeply anti-Semitic fashion, you have lasered in on people that you can't even actually catch, quote unquote, dead to rights because they're not anti-Semitic.
Well, they're not wearing a shirt that says "I hate Jews," but they're walking around swastikas and doing tier lists with Jews on the bottom. I mean, that's as close as you can pretty much fucking get without them just saying "I hate Jewish people."
Ethan, it seems to me like
and I think you're acting really silly and obtuse right now. The guy who's all about microaggressions and understanding the perspective of minorities and stuff, telling a Jewish man that he's hallucinating anti-Semitism and won't even concede that this looks bad. Okay, fantastic.
No, you're hallucinating anti-Semitism in this
That's why Twitch banned them.
I'm not saying anti-Semitism is not a prominent fixture of American politics.
Very good.
I actually do think that anti-Semitism has exploded in popularity in American politics, especially. So that's not my point at all. I'm saying you individually right now wish that these people were anti-Semitic. So you're trying to find anything you can hold on to.
He wants them to be anti-Semitic.
None of those people are me. So I don't know why.
Let's stop with the value judgment thing. Like you can't make a decision. It sounds stupid as hell, dude.
Wait, I sound stupid as hell? What?
No, when you go, I can't draw, I'm not them. I mean, it's...
I mean, I don't know why. You're asking me what their genuine decision-making is.
Why would I want my best friend Ida to be anti-Semitic? Why would I want my best friend Ida to be anti-Semitic? Why would I want that? You think I enjoy my friends and people around me being anti-Semitic?
Do you want me to tell you why?
I would love
I don't think you're going to like the answer.
Yeah, this is going to be good. Go ahead.
Okay. You want everyone that has criticized you to be anti-Semitic so that it makes you feel better about your position. It's not your own personal positions that you have explained to people that come across like you're using anti-Semitism as a shield to deflect criticisms against Israel.
This is
and that if they are actually out and about anti-Semites, that'll make you feel a little bit more comfortable, like you won the argument in your mind, and that your community would also finally go, oh yeah, you're right, you're a permanent victim in this situation. But because there's an unimaginable amount of anti-Semitism everywhere online, it comes across as shocking that you laser in on what you perceive are dog whistles when they're very clearly not even dog whistles at all. And I'll give you an example.
Because there were direct attacks on him.
Something that you did that I found very funny was...
It's obvious.
You tweeted, or you don't tweet, sorry. You Instagram posted about my Theo Von podcast appearance.
Sure did.
My Theo Von podcast appearance where you were like, oh, I can't believe Theo Von didn't actually ask him about his like dangerous anti-Semitism or any number of different things.
That was on the
the conversation, including I think you talked about Rick Scott. Now, we did actually talk. Theo Von and I did actually talk about Rick Scott.
Let's pull that clip up,
I'm sure you didn't see that. But hold on. Let me finish. But what I found very strange about that was the fact that Theo Von, and I didn't even know this at the time, the day prior to me, had actually interviewed Candace Owens. I think you and I both agree that Candace Owens is an anti-Semite, right?
I think that he was on that 1-2 punch.
Okay.
Bow, bang.
Do you think...
You hit him with that anti-Semitism, boy.
No, Ethan.
I think he was on a vibe.
As your former podcast co-host, do you think that I am anti-Semitic, one, and if you think I am, do you think I'm as anti-Semitic as Candace Owens?
So, yes, I think you're anti-Semitic at this point. I'm comfortable saying that. Are you as anti... Well, let me finish.
Let me finish.
You asked me 2 questions.
And let's address
No.
what you think I'm doing that's anti-Semitic.
Hold the phone. You asked me 2 questions together. I'm going to answer both. You said, do you think I'm anti-Semitic? After talking to you so far today, I can say unreservedly yes. I think that you are more anti-Semitic than Candace Owens? No. But I think your form of anti-Semitism is way more destructive and sinister. Candace Owens is outright... Hold on there, Hasan. This is an important question.
You think I'm anti-Semitic now? Because 2 days ago you said I wasn't.
I'm gonna answer.
Okay.
Your form of anti-Semitism is way more insidious because it's silent, it's tricky. She's out there just saying what she believes, and I respect her for that. Nick Fuentes is just out there. Nobody knows that what's his stance on Israel. Candace Owens' stance on Israel. But you're tricky. What you do is deny the heritage of Middle Eastern Jews, stuff like that. You accuse them of being always the oppressor. What? Always. Everything. And by the way, you spent the first part of this debate calling me insane for what I think most people would perceive as blatant, obvious anti-Semitic acts.
I don't think most people would look at what you're doing right now and
let's
think
not worry about that.
Sign of mental sanity.
Well, we'll have time to poll the audience afterwards. So let's continue.
Okay. All right. Well, look. Going back to the Theo Von situation, and you said, so you said I'm anti-Semitic, right? Yesterday you said, or 2 days ago, in the aftermath of the Sam Cedar conversation, you said I'm not anti-Semitic. So what has changed in that process? Is it this conversation
That's a
that
good
you and
question
I
by
had?
Hasan.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Got it. All right.
Here's the clip, by the way. You accused me of not.
That it won't, is it?
You accused me of not mentioning that Theo Von did not ask you about Rick Scott. Let's go back and watch the clip.
Because, no, I said I didn't say.
Bro,
in the
you
clip.
literally
I said
look
in
like
your
the dude from
Instagram
Beetlejuice.
story.
That's crazy. The
On your
small head guy.
Ethan, I use my words very carefully. I said in the Instagram story that you
Small
posted. I don't
head
watch
guy,
your
Beetlejuice.
stream that much. I don't. I only
In the
see
waiting
like
room.
bits and pieces of
Bro,
it.
that's crazy. Do you see the resemblance?
What?
That's you're this guy
God.
from Beetlejuice. In this photo, you have like the same coat and shit.
Yeah.
It's
That's you are a comedian.
I sure am, buddy. I see you laughing. All right. Anyway, so you accused me.